Alright, our next bird, very intriguing. In fact, we've seen one in class this year, so tough act to follow. We'll see what she can do. The American Kestrel. Let's welcome Miss Taylor Buell.
Hello, thank you. I did the American Kestrel, as you can see. It's very awesome bird. Okay. Do you guys remember when that lady came? Well, that's the American Kestrel right there.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Remember. Classification. Rachel, will you take over now? Yes. The kingdom is Animalia, which is animals. The phylum is Chordata. The class is Aves. The order is Falconiformes, which is like birds of prey, like falcons. The family is Falconine, and the species name is Falco sparvius. Sparvius. Next, please.
Whoa. You go too fast.
Oh, sorry. That's not that important.
That's okay. These are all on the blog. All PowerPoints are on the blog. So focus on the key points. Keep going. Here
Okay. Closely related species. Here's the American Kestrel, and it's a sharp-shinned hawk. That's my dad used to have one of these, and he said that that's pretty closely related. So next slide. Physical characteristics of both of them are they have a crown, blue-gray crown with black and white lines. Logan, do you know what a crown is? Can you tell me what a crown is?
Head.
Good job. Solid black eyes, pointed wings meant to dive down for prey. They have like really sharp pointed wings. A rufous tail. Rufous is like reddish brown. Curved, pointed, and sharp beak to like kill and like eat their prey. And the female is larger than a male. So in this picture, Aiden, what would you think is the female and what do you think is the male?
The one on the right is the female.
Bingo. Okay. And then the size? What do you do? The length is 7 to 8 inches and the wingspan is 50 to 61 centimeters. Weston, do you know how big 61 centimeters is? In feet.
In feet, so let's see now, 60, that's like 5 feet.
And 1
That's
inch.
like 2.5 feet. About.
Wait, 12 divided by...
Okay, it's just 2 feet. Which is like that big. It's
60.
pretty big.
Oh! I knew that.
Okay, it is the smallest falcon in North America. Just a little thing there. Next. The male, you can see here. It's special because it has blue-gray wings. The breast is light brown with black dots, kind of like pattern. The back is a reddish with same black dot pattern. And under the wings is a cream brown design. Ooh, but there's a little diagram. And it's 80 to 105 grams. And then the female is mostly brown. It has no blue-gray, only on its crown. And it has a cream breast with heavily streaked with dark brown. It has brown spots over almost all the rest of the bird. And it is larger than the male. It's 100 to 120 grams. Next slide, please. Now, how about Andrew? What one do you think is the male and what do you think is the female?
The male is the one on the right.
Let's see if he's right.
Woo!
Okay. Next. Now for like distribution and where they are. Year round, they're all the way from about Central of North America, like the United States, all the way down to South America. And they're the most common falcon in North America and the only kestrel in the Western Hemisphere. It's pretty cool. And in the summer, when they breed, only around in the United States, they go up to Canada to breed. And in the winter, they just kind of like one's right here, like go down to Mexico area, and they do not hibernate or undergo torpor. Yeah, okay, next. Calls. This, they have, yeah. It's that one.
Oh, I use that site.
Wow. That's so cool.
Never used it.
Okay, this is just their call right here, right? Yeah, that one. That's pretty cool. It's a clean, what do you? Oh, okay, whatever. And this is like, they know for like the clear, like killy, like sound. Okay, next. There you go. Habitat. Ooh, okay. There are in almost any open area with short ground vegetation like grass and scarce trees such as meadows, pastures, grasslands, and then deserts, parks, and farm fields. And yeah. Their nests, they're cavity nesters. Alex, what's a cavity nester? Do you know?
Cavity nesters are birds that nest in cavities in trees.
Good job. They nest in crevices and rocks also, and nooks in buildings. And they like them to be 9 to 32 feet above the ground for protection, and sometimes they nest in the same area for their entire lifespan. Conservation status. IUCN said that's the least concern. It's the most abundant falcon in North America, so they don't want to have anything to worry about. There's 1.2 million pairs, which means what, Austin? How many total? Do you know? Oh, okay, Clint.
2.4.
There you go. Good math.
Is for Austin.
Okay. But they're slowly decreasing, like very slowly, because people are building on their habitat, like meadows and fields, and that's their habitat. And the American Kestrel Fund, which is part of the Peregrine Fund, is putting nest boxes in certain places for them. And that was good. Reproduction. Okay, by the first spring, they're sexually mature. And the males like go to the breeding grounds and like do a ton of like dive displays. They're like crazy, and then they like to attract the females. And then the bond will sometimes last for years of their entire life. And then they lay 3 to 7 of these yellowish white eggs with like tan molting. Parental care. Incubation is mostly by the female. The male brings food and sometimes helps, which is like in other bird species. And from 26 to 32 days is like after that the egg hatch. So yeah. And then 16 to 17 days later they enlarge to adult weight, and not all of them make it. And then another 12 to 14 days they leave the nest. You can go back. I got it. This is really fast. I'm sorry. What do you? Never mind. This. You guys don't.
Keep going.
Okay, I don't know. In the wild, they live an average of 3 years, but the oldest on record was 11 years and 7 months. And in captivity, some have lived up to 17 years. Okay. Diet. We can go back.
It's gonna be online. You're doing fine. Keep going.
Okay, they eat insects like grasshoppers, and they eat like pesticides like stuff like spiders, and they eat small mammals like coffee gophers, small birds like a sparrow, and they sometimes eat bats, but they mainly eat field mice. That's like their favorite thing to eat. Okay. To catch its prey, they sit on a high perches like telephone poles, and they sometimes soar, but you guys see it right there. See it? Yeah. And then they have awesome vision and can pinpoint its prey. So then they like dive down, and then it catches its prey and eats it. So, but yeah, that's it right there. Let's wait for it.
It's like microwave.
You can cook it.
Fast. I'm sure you
Predators. Okay, the predators are mainly raptors, like the red-tailed hawk, Cooper's hawk, peregrine falcon, northern ghost hawk, barn owl, and great horned owl. Okay, does anyone know what this is? Weston, do you know what this is?
Red-tailed hawk.
Good. Does anyone know what one this is? Let's go, Logan.
A hawk or an eagle.
It's a ghost hawk. I
Ghost
guess.
hawk.
Yeah. Does anyone know what one this is?
A hawk.
Okay, this
Cooper's
is the,
hawk.
I think so. It's
Peregrine falcon!
and then this one's a Cooper's hawk, and then great horn or barn owl, great horned owl, and then raccoons and squirrels are like the main predators for like eggs and juveniles. That's a raccoon, that's a squirrel. That's pretty obvious. But yeah. Human relationships. They're used to hunt for falconry, like that one girl was talking to us about, and they're mainly used for beginners. And in captivity, they use them for tests and experiments to study like their breeding cycle, and they'll speed up the reproductive process by making days slightly shorter. Like they'll make each day like 23 hours, so then they'll like breed like twice in a year or something, and then they're not good pets because people think that they're small and delicate. Like my dad had them as a pet, and it was yeah. Okay, next. Fun fact: it is the smallest falcon in North America. It's the most abundant falcon in North America. The only kestrel of 12 species like in the world. It's the only kestrel in the Western Hemisphere, and it used to be known as a sparrowhawk, but then it was discovered that it wasn't even a hawk. So they changed its name. Excited and questions.
I had one earlier.
I know.
I forgot.
Oh, hello.
So those predators you mentioned, how big a threat are they to the conservation of the bird?
Raptors won't really like Alex's bird kind of. They won't really go after them that much. But like humans are mostly the main threats because they.
And how